Welcome to the Pharmacy Frontiers podcast. I'm Daniel Good. I'm here live in Jefferson City as we get ready for the Missouri Pharmacy Day up here in Jefferson City. And I am honored to have a guest with us today. Dr. Heather Lyons-Burney is going to share with us a little bit of her insights and how to be successful here at Legislative Day. Let me remind everyone that the comments that we express now are those of our guests and the hosts. It's not representative of Missouri Pharmacy Association, University of Missouri, Kansas City, nor Mercy. But now let me turn the camera and the microphone over to Heather Burney.
All right. Oops. Thank you so much for having me. This is so exciting. Excited to be here in Jefferson City with everyone. I've heard that there's over 200 students coming. And so I was up at the Capitol a little bit earlier visiting, and they're all really fired up to have us. And so a couple of quick tips, because I know needs to be quick, but a couple of quick tips. So make sure that you know who your legislator is. And so obviously you're going to school in certain areas, and that's important. But where are you from? Where's that hometown? And how do you make that hometown connection? For example, my son is here at Mizzou. He's doing an internship in Jeff City, and he was able to connect with our representative and senator because the school that he went to could come to visit. And so making that connection, met his teacher that was here. And so super excited for that. And so really, really a lot of fun that they were able to make that connection as well. And so, so that's it. Again, we were speaking about most of the time you're going to know somebody. It's a small world. It's absolutely a small world. Everybody knows pharmacy, and parents know parents, and so family members, and so lean in on that knowledge of those people and who you know and what they care about. And obviously they're there as public servants, and they care about you and about their constituents, and so they want to hear from you. So they are very open-minded, especially with constituents, especially with the students. And so also know that when you go up there, you're probably not going to meet with your representative or senator because they are double booked, super busy. This is an incredibly crazy busy time of year for session, but you're going to meet with, unless you've already set up appointments, which if you had, kudos to you. But if you haven't, you're going to meet with their staff, which is also important. Leave your information. They're going to collect your information. I think that is really critical. And then so make those connections as well. Voice your interest in things like the PBM, like RSV, some of those things that are really critical and that you're going to learn about here at Legislative Day. And just make sure that, they know that you're supportive, as well as that you are happy to be a resource. You're happy to answer any questions for them. Would love to have them come visit your pharmacy school, your pharmacy where you work, where, all of those great things as well. So, kind of ensuring that. And the other piece I always like to tell students as well is, we understand pharmacy, and we have taught you in pharmacy, and we learn, and we know it's another language. It's a different speak that we have learned. And so to some people, that is a foreign language. Think about all the drug names that we know. Absolutely. Most people are like, what are they talking gibberish? And so, so thinking about that with those people. So how do you boil it down to the why? Why are you here, and the what matters? And so that's really the key point. So think about that elevator pitch. Think about the why. Why does this matter? Why does this matter to you, your patients, their access, their health, and your community's health and viability? So those are really key factors there. I always say, I don't know anything about combines. If somebody asks me about combines or agriculture, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that. And so literally, why would we expect that they're going to know about pharmacy? They shouldn't, and they won't. So it's up to us to make it relatable. And I think that people really appreciate that too.
So Heather, you make a point about talking with the experiences there. How important is it for the student to have a patient experience that they can share?
Oh, yeah. So I think a patient experience is really critical because it really does help to make it more realistic. I always talk about, people like stories and testimonies. So we can give statistics all day long, 80% of this people, and, 90% of people have diabetes or prediabetes. So what does that mean? What does that mean? So think about the person with diabetes who can't get access to health care because it's expensive, who doesn't get their testing supplies, who doesn't get their meters and test strips, who can't get their whatever it might be. So having that realistic story is so critical. And I know if you just think about it, you've got a story in there. You've got probably a million stories, and to us it's every day. It's every day. Well, I helped this person and I helped that person navigate this issue, and the cost was this, but I helped them do this. I spoke on behalf to their insurance companies on behalf of that patient. I advocated to their doctor's office for a change, and because of that they were able to do XYZ. Kept them healthy, kept them out of the hospital, out of the emergency department, kept them at work, whatever that might be. And so, yes, that patient story is really a critical piece there too.
That is fantastic, Heather. I really appreciate you joining us today and getting us ready for the legislative day tomorrow. So I encourage everyone that's listening to this podcast to not only listen to this one, but listen to the others that are on the Pharmacy Frontiers website, and share this with your friends. Share it on your social media so other people can get ready to have a successful day here in Jeff City. So until tomorrow, remember, it's a good day to be in pharmacy.